Peace, spiritual spiritual family. Part 2 to the clip out. The illusions with it, right? And the whole shebang with it, okay? We're gonna talk about the subconscious, the weird mind, entities, demons, Goetias, whatever, right? So, when you start meditating, when you start doing shadow work or any of this, from one's beginning of their journey, this is very prevalent. Weird thoughts, intrusive thoughts, negative thoughts, positive thoughts, thoughts about God, regretful thoughts, agonizing thoughts, deadly sin, sexual thoughts. I mean, there's a lot of different kinds of thoughts that one could generate. And in this system, as I was trying to look this shit up psychologically, the demons or the genies or the goetic spirits, right? They have an attribution where basically they associate with a particular aspect of the psyche. There's a whole bunch of numerological bullshit behind some of these things, like 144,000 or stuff like that, right? There's like in the Bible 144,000 souls come to liberate earth or something like that. I don't know what it is. People saying 144,000. But if you have 72 goetics, and then you have 72 in the Shemham Farash, or whatever different kind of system you want to put up, there's many kinds. So, but essentially the 144,000, right? And then they tie this shit up with the chakras too, like that you have a certain amount of petals. You have 1,000 petals in your hand, or some bullshit like that, and then it gets tied in with that number. I ain't never seen a goddamn petal in my body like that, I ain't never counted all the petals in my chakras. So I don't know where the fuck that came from. Okay? But essentially, even though 72 and 72 is 144, where does 1,000 come in? The thing is, in the book, it says in the Lesser Key of Solomon, it said that there is legions. Some of them got a certain amount of legions or bullshit like that. Now, here is what I gotta say about this. Nobody shouldn't even read the book, because the book is already a gateway, in which I didn't realize that. Well, I looked at the symbols, as I said, but the truth is, it was very quick to get the accessibility to go check out those inner dimensions right through the symbols, like boom, pretty much. And I have a saying that I've say this more than ever. I'm gonna have to post it up on my page. Another man's conjuration is another man's heroic dose. Okay? On a heroic dose or on a very deep psychedelic trip, right? You're gonna have the demon, the beast unleashed from your head. Okay? Your inner psyche, your inner dark persona, your shadow, this thing that somehow gets ingrained in us as we go through our day-to-day. We have an inner complex personality that shapes that or whatever. And so the thing is that over time, that personality could be a little troubling to a lot of people. It may not take much for someone to say something that you associate with yourself or think of yourself in a particular way, and then boom, all mayhem breaks loose. Now the guy's shouting at you. Now that he's very angry, rage, violence, in one way or another. Society operates under the goetic structure, under this lesser key of Solomon bullshit. Okay? And the thing about it is that here's the deal. Our subconscious speaks to us through emotion, right? And so when we transmute emotion, we could establish equilibrium. Okay, when we look through those traumas, through those dark shadow aspects that are ingrained in us, what we could do essentially is we become better people. We could become better servants for others, and even hell, you could even show the way and carve the way for those that are seeking it. Okay, so think of that. The whole process that these people use, this system in which I am so against, is that they use it to manipulate people, to sell themselves short to a delusion. They want to talk spirituality. Oh, magic. Oh, Kabbalah. Wait, what? You could do a money magic spell? Wait, a love spell? Whatever that is, right? And then all the spiritual concepts, and then all the spiritual sayings, important vows, everything you could think about that is meant to be followed gets thrown out the curve, buddy. It gets thrown out. Okay? Ego what? I don't have an ego. I could transmute the ego, okay? Ritual. I mean, this is what it is, okay? And these people, a lot of them are new. A lot of them don't have a big retrospective mind spiritually to even decipher right and wrong. Is this even worthy of following? Is this even, is this going to benefit me the long run type of deal? These questions got to be answered before you even get into this. I didn't ask myself these questions, okay? All I thought in my previous video, like I said, let's get somewhere in life. You already know. That's that. Let's get this money. I'm going to break my mind and get this money, spiritually. Ego death and all that. Ego dissolution. Okay? And you don't need the system to go and shatter your ego. You could go do Vipassana. You could go do psychedelics. You could do whatever it takes, okay? There's plenty of methods to disassociate yourself with the ego. You got to recognize the ego. You got to recognize that aspect itself. And that's what's quite noticeable with these thought forms or conjurations. I wouldn't call them entities, okay? The thing about it is that these things, they do this job accordingly for whoever is needed, right? I did the ego death shadow work, and my life has been twisted like that, but little by little my life has been getting better. So the karma outweighs, if you think about it. Not karma retribution or anything like that, like karmic retribution. I'm gonna show you what I did, right? Barack Obama, the pedophile, man. I saw you with that little thing with the circles, eh? Pedophile with the swirls or whatever. This is the type of shit that I despise so much about that is currently running this stupid matrix. It's running this stupid reality, okay? And when you get in communion through ritual chamber, whatever, with these entities, it's like the most violent shit you could ever hear. It's straight up the lowest shit. Potty mouth. It's childish. It's what it is. Weird thoughts, awkward thoughts, lazy, whatever it is, right? That is the reality of these goetics and archetypes of the subconscious. Okay? It's unbelievable that it exists, that it's out here hurting people in so many ways, and these books are being sold in Barnes and Nobles. So better yet. And so how do we manage to work within this range of the troubling mind, the troubling thoughts, the troubling ego, fears, lust, all this stuff that is very challenging for the average individual, right? The way it is done and the way it is executed is, you got to understand, I think that this subconscious deals with the other aspect outside of us or in us, in, out, but spiritually on the other side, spirit realm, okay? Could the subconscious be a mirror of the astral? I don't know. Or could it be a receiver, like many people say? But if it is a receiver, you know, then you could dial into anywhere you can, the cosmos or whatever, or however, you know, not just astrally through delusion and all this stuff. See, the problem is when someone goes in the astral, like I hear, whoop, and they didn't have their mind processed enough or worked upon enough, what ends up happening is they will experience what they have unresolved in some ways, some of their problems, some of their things, and that becomes their infernal hell. Okay? So a lack of knowing, a lack of perception is a hell. Okay? That's all you gotta say. It doesn't matter what you know, it doesn't matter anything like that. Your honesty, your self-love, and everything you do in your efforts matter more than what you don't have, what you are not like. You know, you're not like this pastor, you're not like this rabbi, you're not like this monk or any of that stuff. Okay? You don't need to compare yourself to them. You don't need to compare yourself to that level or any of that he's better than you, that his spells work better than. No, it's none of that. Okay? That's the sad reality of it. Okay? Many people get this jealous, and especially in this range that I'm talking about. Okay? Because they seem to be work with numbers and only a select few numbers. Okay? And so if they get someone new or someone involved in it or whatever, they see it, boom, he gets attacked, they swipe him away. Either he murders himself, kills himself, or just damages his whole life entirely. That's what happens to a lot of these people who get in this mess or whatever. And I'll just tell it to you like that. At the end of the day, it did its purpose. It served my purpose. It did what it did. And I gotta say that with troubling, intrusive thoughts, they're gonna always be around. I'll say. So unless you get back to Vipassana when I used to be in Vipassana, right? See, I'm still picking up myself even to this day, okay? But I like to just give out this information because I lived it. I'm not bullshitting you, okay? You know, Vipassana, if you really do it for long periods of time, you're gonna have a clear state. But at the same time, it is not enough even for a lot of people. When they go Vipassana style, they just, oh, I'm the best meditator. Oh, I'm this. Oh, you can't meditate like me. Oh, it ain't just that. They think they're dissolved from their ego in some way, and better yet, they still acting the same nonsense from before. Still insulting people, still hurting people, using the race card, using that, oh, I'm a woman, oh, I'm a man. I don't care about that. No, you're not. Are you spiritual? Do you have a soul? Okay? What are you first? A man or woman? Tell me to me like that, okay? But I get it. I get it fully. Everybody deserves respect. Everybody deserves their flowers at the end of the day. So be kind, be considerate, help those along the way. Pretty much. But if you want to mirror yourself a certain way, you want to mirror your life to where it needs to be, it starts now. How you want to feel, go right down. Right there. Okay? And you read that constantly. That's you. That's your mirror. Okay? When you look at it, that's your reflection. Okay? None else, nothing less. Okay? So I'll tell it to you like that. Those thoughts are not real. Those thoughts that come in are fake. They're not something for you to even accept. Okay? So I'll tell it to you like that. Captain Osabu out. Peace out. Peace out, spiritual family. Love y'all. Take care.